because ultimately it really is all about timing. It's about being targeted with your communication, timely with when it's delivered and what people are getting, staying relevant, being personalized, because what are you doing? You're building relationships.
Right.
You're establishing trust through meaningful interactions, and you're educating so that you can eventually convert them into being a client.
And one of the big things, again, we're automating what you're currently doing.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a solopreneur and I'm looking at a 100 contact list, it's easy for me to remember the conversations that I've had and the things that I've offered to them.
Yeah.
We're talking about taking that 100-person conversation and scaling it up. One of the biggest ways to build trust is remember the conversations that you had.
Right.
And not only remember the conversations that you have, but make your interactions meaningful.
Creating meaningful interactions to scale relationships.
Imagine that.
So you talked a lot about email and that type of communication there. Well, let's also run through some stats currently. So in 2019, 67% of interactions between businesses and buyers were via social media. And that's just because people are on social media now. And so 67% of the people who actually bought engaged in some way or another through social media, and almost all engaged digitally in one form or another.
Which is why I always tell people with email marketing, job number one of email marketing, get people connected to you outside of email.
Yeah.
So first interaction that you're having with somebody, try and get them to follow you on Instagram, follow you on Facebook, connect with you via Twitter, so that you're creating multiple channels to connect.
Yeah, absolutely. The next stat comes to us from Harvard Business School. It says 74% of content retained in social media, so things that people actually engaged with and then remembered something about, was video content specifically. And that doesn't surprise me. I know that I like to watch videos, and in this...
Well, simple psychology will tell you, well, I don't even know if it's psychology. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is, anthropology. You're attracted to things that are in motion.
Yeah.
Right? And so as I'm scrolling through social media, something in motion is going to catch my attention way more than this chunky 5-sentence paragraph that you wrote explaining how your company can help them. Like, if you don't do anything else, here's your one takeaway. Stop posting big content. Like, just post 3 sentences max before you have a break.
Wait, what are you saying? Blindly in-mailing people with, a novel about your value prop? That's not effective?
Yeah, nobody cares. Line break. And if you can't line break, then you want to up it.
I ignore at least 50 of those a day.
Good heavens, especially nowadays when people are posting so much on social media. If I don't get it quick, I'm out.
It's about being engaging.
That's right.
And, with the numbers, right, so Gary Vaynerchuk says that to stay relevant today, you should be posting 13 to 20 times a day over your different social media platforms.
Pure insanity. I can't even imagine that.
Sometimes it's not different content on each,
right.
But think about it. So if you post to Instagram, Facebook,
right.
If you post to LinkedIn, this could be essentially the same content on each of them. It's just a matter of getting it out there. If you use TikTok, if you use, YouTube, that's a bunch right there.
Right.
And so if we're talking, you do a couple times a day to each of those channels, you're in good shape.
Right.
The problem that comes for a lot of businesses is they say, well, where am I going to get all that content from?
Well, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
To make it good. That's why you get those paragraphs.
I get a good idea once a month, maybe, and I'm going to pound that good idea into the ground. And so as you get better at, when you have the good idea, scaling the good idea. And this is one of the things I really love about what you're doing with Why Not Results is you're able to take the good idea somebody has and chunk it into smaller bits. So, case in point, this very webinar, it will end up being like an hour plus, but that hour plus worth of content created once via Why Not Results is going to break it down into smaller segments that I can then scale and mobilize via automation to hit people at different points.
Yeah, we'll end up getting 20 or 30 pieces of content out of this one webinar. It's not just a one and done.
Right. And so I think
thing.
I look at Gary Vee's quote, and it's not that I disagree with it. As a business owner, I go,
it's intimidating.
And so if you're like most people, you're going to look at that and go, yeah, screw it, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm going to just keep individually watering strawberries. When in reality, what you can do with the right strategy is take focused effort and scale it